Okay, don't move in the chair. No matter how you fit into the community, there's so much more work that we need to do. And those are the kinds of things that I've learned just by being an advocate.
As a black person, you're kind of at a disadvantage anyway. The system's set up against you, in a sense. And so you throw in an intellectual developmental disability, and that compounds the problem. That makes it even harder. It makes it harder for the people, the caregivers and the families, and it really makes it harder for the individual as they're trying to grow and get the most out of life, the quality of life. And so it's tough, and it's systemic.
The murder of George Floyd, I think that it brought a global attention to something that's been going on for centuries. Black and brown people have faced oppression and injustice simply for the color of their skin.
There are people who've been left behind for a long, long time in our country. So we really need to think about, what do we need to do to elevate, to create a level playing field, and that's what equity is about. The people who are most detrimentally impacted by issues of injustice need to be at the forefront. And I think that that's the piece that us as an organization, Arc Minnesota, is having to grapple with. How are people with intellectual and developmental disabilities leading?
As a person of color and a person with a disability, I've learned a lot about what I still need to work on, but also what we need to work on as a whole, as a community. And ARC is a great start and a great place to get a lot of those things done.
When you have a nonprofit that has that big seat at the table, that has a lot of resources, that's power. And that's power to do good, power to change, power to influence the lives of others. It's now or never, really.
And so I think ARC has an opportunity to build awareness. I think ARC has an opportunity to partner. And I look at it as not a deficit, but an opportunity to do something great.
There's a quote by James Baldwin that basically says that your crown has already been paid for, it's already been bought. When we think about disability history, it's been centuries and centuries of oppression. People that strapped themselves to the buses so that they could get ramps installed. People that stood in federal offices for 29 days so that their rights could be protected. They bought my crown, and it's time for me to wear it and to further the movement as much as I can.
The people that literally took their blood and sweat crawling up those Capitol steps. Without them, the ARC would not be here. And I hope there's a day where we don't even have to address the things like disability equity, racial equity with disabilities, or even just ableism. I really hope there's a time where it's just not even something you have to think about. It's already implicitly in the culture, the community, the world. And again, this is one of the reasons why we do what we do.